Remember, friends, as you pass by, as you are now, so once was I. As I am now, so you must be. So welcome, friends, and follow me. J-Dude here with the promised Queensryche review. Got the deluxe version right here from the boys in Queensryche. Really enjoyed this album. Just got done listening to the last of several spins with many more to come. Welcome to the Man Cave. Queensryche had a lot to prove on this one. Most of us have heard about the recent drama regarding the departure of one Jeff Tate. But we didn't come here to talk about Jeff Tate. We're here to talk about Queensryche. The question was, could 3/5 of the original crew still bring back the spirit of the classic Queensryche sound? And rather than drumming up just demos they may have had on hand or throwaways that they've been gathering over the years, they chose to come together and write as this brand new 5-piece. And I have to say that the results are extremely impressive. The classic Queensryche sound is made up of 3 important elements. Michael Wilton brought the metal. He always has. Chris DeGarmo brought the harmony. And Jeff Tate brought the madness. The surprise hero of this album is Scott Rockenfield. He has found a way to capture the missing elements and bring them to the forefront in spades. And the weirdness quality that he brought to this album reminded me that while Jeff Tate has in the past has been given credit for the Scott Rockenfield brings his own idea of the madness or the insanity side of it. He has an excellent Roger Waters quality that he can bring to the table. This was even evidenced back on the 1994 album Promised Land with his soul writing effort in 928, the intro to the album. It set the mood for the entire album. Scott does that very much in the same way here with his intermissions of the introductory of X2 and the intermission of Midnight Lullaby. But it's not just those factors. It's also his songwriting qualities. Scott Rockenfield receives primary song credit on 9 of the 11 songs here. And what he brings is just incredible. The melody and that sense of the dark and the eerie. So he has risen up, I think, as being an excellent new captain to this crew. Michael Wilton comes back and does what he has always done best. He brings that hard rock edge back. The straight ahead rockers from this album that he brings are on Vindication and Redemption are incredible. The best material he's written since Empire by a long shot. And on some of the slower moving songs like In This Light and the closer, Open Road, the quality of the Queensryche musicmanship really comes into play. And what can you say about Todd LaTorre? Todd LaTorre's performance on this album is nothing short of stellar. But it is not exactly Jeff Tate. He has been criticized for sounding a little bit too much like Jeff Tate. I don't know that I entirely agree. He can certainly hit the notes that Jeff Tate can, and there are moments when he resonates as if he's channeling Jeff, but Todd LaTorre's voice has definitely got a more gritty feel to it, and it really lends to the feel of this album. It's dark, it's eerie, but it's melodic, and it really packs a punch. It did exactly what it set out to do. The good parts of this album, track highlights, I particularly like Spore, In This Light, A World Without. Definitely props to Pamela Moore for her guest starring on A World Without. I also have to give props to Parker Lundgren, who in his sole songwriting credit, Where Dreams Go to Die, has really managed to capture the Queensryche sound and is the newcomer to this fold and the newcomer to the musical songwriting team, has really brought us what is going to go down as one of Queensryche's all-time great songs, and a perfect lead-off for this album. So, a big thumbs up to Queensryche, and may they have much, much more success. Do have a couple of criticisms, not really too much. The just so, obviously the album's a little bit short. One of probably the shortest album in the Queensryche catalog at only 35 minutes. But I think that's kind of understandable. While they were saying that they were not trying to rush this album, the fact of the matter is that with the recent legal trouble, they were certainly probably feeling the pressure to get out something. So they had 9 songs and a decent album's 35 minutes worth of material. I don't blame them for wanting to take the solid 9 songs that they had written together and try to get it out as soon as possible. So just a little bit of a criticism there. It would have been nice to hear some of these songs get a little bit more breathing room and a little bit more time to develop, and maybe even allow an epic to happen. But don't force it, guys. But the big goat on the album, mastered by Tom Baker. Guys, don't ever give this guy an opportunity to master one of your albums ever again. There are only 3 albums. The Loudness Wars have been a thing of some debate for some time, and people have varying lines at which they feel that something has been mastered too hot. I'm pretty forgiving on this subject, but there are 3 albums that are really mastered so hot that it almost renders them unlistenable. Rush's Vapor Trails, Metallica's Death Magnetic, and now the self-titled Queensryche album. But I gotta tell you that of those 3 albums, musically, this is the best. And it makes you keep coming back in spite of the hot mastering job. But please, guys, let's really try to do a softer mastering job next time around. So, all the best. We're looking forward to more material. The dude gives it a thumbs up, and looking forward to a lot more material from you. So until next time, we'll see you next week. Probably going to be reviewing a local band next. So keep tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Question of the week. Do you think Queensryche made the right statement? Comments always welcome. Come back and see me. The dude abides. Buy the deluxe version. It has buttons.